The studio lights were blinding, but the tension in the air was even sharper. Millions of Americans sat glued to their televisions, waiting for what was billed as one of the most high-stakes live interviews of the season. Adam Schiff, the man known for his cold smirks and razor-edged words, sat confidently at the table, his tie perfectly straight, his chin lifted like a man certain of his superiority. Across from him sat Pam Bondy, the former Florida Attorney General, calm but poised like a lioness who knew the storm was about to break. Nobody expected what would happen next. From the moment the cameras started rolling, Schiff took control of the floor. With his trademark arrogance, he dismissed his opponents, mocked their credentials, and painted himself as the sole defender of truth. The audience clapped hesitantly, some nodding in approval, but others shifted uncomfortably at the sheer sharpness of his tone. When his attention finally turned to Pam Bondy, the air thickened. Schiff leaned forward with a smug smile and said, "Frankly, Pam, your career is nothing but a series of stumbles. You've been a joke in legal circles, and frankly, you're way out of your league here." His words cut through the silence like a blade. The crowd gasped, the moderator froze, and all eyes fell on Pam. Pam's face remained unreadable. She didn't flinch, didn't blink, didn't show the faintest crack in her composure. In that instant, it was as if time slowed. The insult had been cruel, public, and calculated to humiliate her. But Pam Bondy was no stranger to storms. She had faced criticism before, had been underestimated by countless men in power, and had endured the whispers of those who doubted her. And each time, she had risen stronger. Tonight would be no different. She leaned forward slowly, her voice calm, steady, but carrying the weight of truth that no microphone could distort. "Adam," she began, "if I am a joke, then let me remind you what that joke has done. That joke stood up against corruption when others stayed silent. That joke took on cases most people in Washington wouldn't touch because it threatened their power. And that joke, Adam, still has the courage to look people in the eye and tell them the truth without twisting it for political gain. Can you say the same?" The room went still. Schiff's smirk faded just slightly, the first crack in the mask of arrogance he wore so easily. But Pam wasn't finished. Her voice grew stronger, more resolute, and every word seemed to grip the audience tighter. "You see, Adam, people like you think success is measured by how loud you can shout or how well you can manipulate a headline. But real leadership, real courage, isn't about mocking people or calling them names on national television. It's about standing for something bigger than yourself, even when it's hard, even when you're hated for it. And if that makes me a joke in your eyes, then I'll wear that title proudly. Because I would rather be your J.